Marty, 30 years since that was #1 for years.
30 years. Just goes by like that.
Goes by in the blink of an eye. What great, great tunes. And you have fallen back in love with all of those tunes now, haven't you?
This was the deal. I was going to do a one-off show at the Palladium with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra, and I wanted to do something a wee bit different. We popped in, sold out, because I wanted to do the album in its entirety and do it in chronological order.
That's a really good idea.
Because I saw other artists doing it, and I thought, I fancy that. But it was such a popular ticket that I took up to Scotland and did it up there as well. And no, just the reception was phenomenal. But what it did for me, Lorraine, was it reintroduced me back to those songs that I was writing as a teenager.
Yeah.
And to look at it as a closer side to 60 now, then look at that body of work, and I look at it and I go, that's just fantastic.
Oh, great memories, great songs that mean so much to people. But when you're doing it this time, and the tour, it kicks off in Dublin, doesn't it, in March?
Yes.
And when you're doing that, having the orchestra behind you, that's so powerful, isn't it?
It's a great way to do it. You know, we were always very much, you know, we worked a lot with arrangers. You know, we were always inspired by arrangers like Aretha Martin and the Paul Buckmasters of the world with their early Elton John stuff. We just really loved that. You know, so to be able to present the songs in that way is phenomenal. But never lose the songs are the diamonds.
Yes,
you know, never overgild the lily with it, so it's tasty.
It's given it just another little dimension. And you're finding people that were coming along to see you, and they're bringing their kids.
Aye.
Isn't that lovely?
Well, it's great from the point of view because I'll bump into people and they'll say, oh, you know, when Goodnight Girl was #1, you know, my daughter was born or my son was born. Or, you know, that I was talking to a bloke this morning and he said, I'm coming to see you. You know, my man and dad used to play the records and that's what, you know, now I'm coming with my boy.
Exactly.
You
and
know,
babies
so
would have been born to you, conceived.
Oh,
they would have been conceived to your records, I'm sure.
God forbid.
The responsibility is huge.
Oh,
it's great. And you did this brilliant thing of, there you are, doing so well with the band. Then you not reinvented yourself, but you went on to do something else. Amazing West End career.
Yeah, well,
and
you know
you've been in crackers.
But you know, I never saw that coming. It's great when you get to meet people who see different things in you. And you know, so for me, that was Chicago was the first thing that I dipped into that.
Right.
And it was a couple of producers were in the audience. I was doing a gig at the Albert Hall for Teenage Cancer Trust, and I had some guests on with me that night, and Ruthie Henshaw came up and sang with me. And she'd just come back from Broadway doing Chicago, and I think a couple of producers were in the audience, and they said, I think he would make it. Aye.
Isn't it funny how things happen like that?
And away I was, you know.
All these different, like, the way your life can go.
But it was a wee challenge. I felt uncomfortable with it, and I went there and fell in love with the Kander and Ebb score, and I was away.
You went away. It's quite grown up. All of that, isn't it? And singing with an orchestra is quite grown up. Do you feel grown up in yourself?
Absolutely
Because you've got
not.
such a youthful appearance, but inside you're really young, Martin.
But I think it's important to have that enthusiasm for whatever you do.
Yeah, of course.
You know, and I think that's something that I never lose, that I never will, because I think you have to have that. And to tap into that, it's an energy.
Yeah,
and you ping a little bit with it.
You've been through a lot,
Indeed,
but I feel as if you're in a really great place now. It's like really good. I mean, you look so happy.
Singing songs, you know, that's what I always wanted to do. That's what I always wanted to do as a kid, be a songwriter. And I loved that because I connected with music through my man and dad's record collection. And
what did they listen to? What were you listening to?
Well, they listened to a lot of Burt Bacharach and Hal David. My dad, he loved like Bill Evans, but also loved the Nelson Riddle side of the arrangement. So he loved all the old-time stuff, and it's funny. It's funny because I embrace a lot of traditional Scottish music now, which I turned my back on as a kid because that's what my man Dan, my grandfather and granny listened to. Now I just absolutely adore it.
You just love music, don't you? Of all different kinds.
I think it's great to be able to have an eclectic mix like that.
Totally,
for sure.
Absolutely. And it is lovely to see, like I say, life is good. And this tour, how are you feeling about it? Do you still get a little bit kind of, this will be a little bit of nerves? Or is that gone now?
You got to have that.
Just a wee bit.
You've got to have that. But that's because I'm excited about being able to go out and present that. This show is a show of two halves. I do Pop Tin Sold Out, and then the second half is just all the hits that you know. Goodnight Girl, Love Is All Around, Goodbye with a Little Help from My Friends. All those songs.
You've got to.
So it's just, it's a bit entertaining.
Yes.
And you know, you're just the catalyst for that.
No, exactly. Now, look, it's so good to talk to you, but we're going to see each other again on Saturday with the gorgeous James Martin.
Love James Martin.
It's the best show. Can I say, this show to be a guest on with James. James talks to you, which is lovely, and you have a wee chat.
Lovely.
He cooks for you.
He cooks for you, and I'll go there because I'm mad.
You've been on that show loads.
I'm the most person on that. He said, you know, even if I'm passing by his house, I'm always tempted to just go in.
He does it in his house.
You know,
it's the best show ever.
But the lovely people, he's got a great crew, and his family, you know, just great people.
It's not really like being on the telly, though, Marty, is it? It's like you've just rocked up to James's house, having a wee chat and a glass.
Indeed.
Gorgeous.
Yes.
And then he cooks the most incredible meals for you.
Well, because I love cooking. I love cooking.
You do?
I love cooking. I love food because they're the same. They're the same. Music and food. Both of them live in the pit of your stomach, and I think it's great. And to go there, I learn some skills. Yeah, well,
I may not learn skills, but I shall certainly be appreciating. I will see you on Saturday
You got
morning.
a date, girl?
See you on Saturday morning. But also, Marty's new tour popped in, sold out. Starts on the 10th of March in Dublin, and it shall be a triumph. Thank you so much. Always a joy.
Pleasure.
Always a joy.
Pleasure.